Good evening and welcome to AGB Art. In tonight's instructional video, I'll be showing you how to pour acrylic paint onto a glass vase. If you enjoy the video, please press like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. You'll need a glass vase, some rubbing alcohol, and a paper towel. After thoroughly cleaning the vase, you'll need to remove any stickers, and that can be easily done by pouring some light oil on the sticker residue, rubbing the oil into the glass, and scratching it with your fingernail. Be sure to wipe the surface again with rubbing alcohol. Next, you will need a disposable lasagna pan and paints. These are apple barrel craft paints, which I purchased from Walmart for about 50 cents for the small bottles. It doesn't matter what surface, just as long as it's an acrylic paint. I use tongue depressors for mixing. Shake up the bottles very well, and then I remove the entire cap, not just the flip cap. The flip cap gets clogged with paint. I use American Floetrol that I buy at a hardware store, and my ratio is about 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. Stir it very well with the tongue depressor. Again, I shake up the paint bottle, pour about half of the paint bottle into a cup, and then I add American Floetrol, equal parts of Floetrol to the paint, and then I stir it very well with the tongue depressor stick. I like the paint to be somewhat thicker than I would normally use in my Dutch pours. I'm leaving a bit of a mound going back into the cup. I'm noticing that my two purples look very much alike, so I've picked up a Liquitex tube purple that's a little bit darker to see if I can get the shades slightly different. I'm going to use a base layer of paint, and I've picked up 3 bottles of leftover paint that I'm just pouring directly into a cup. One of my tips for getting every last drop of paint out of the bottle is to add a little bit of the American Floetrol directly to the paint bottle, shake it up, and pour the remains out into the cup. Some of the other artists that I've spoken to have recommended doing a base coat on the glass vase, just so that your colored paints actually flow on the glass. So I'm using leftover paints and mixing everything together. I'll add a little bit of Floetrol just to extend the paint. I'm basically eyeballing. I don't have a ratio. I just want a thicker consistency so the paint will stick to the glass. Now I'm going to get a clean cup, and I'm going to start layering my colors in my clean cup. The color you put in first will be the last color poured on the vase. And I'm layering my colors based on very dark and then light, and then a dark color and then another light color. I'm going to give my base color paint a quick stir and decided to add a little bit on the top of the colors. And now I'm pouring it over the glass vase. I'm using the stick to spread it. Due to the shape of the vase, I realize that some of the paint is not adhering close at the bottom, so I'm going to use a vinyl glove and tap the paint to make sure the entire vase is covered. If I need extra paint, I'll just dip my finger in what has dripped off and just tap, tap, tap to get the paint even all over the glass vase. When I'm happy with the coverage, I pick up the color cup, this is called a dirty cup, and do small little circles to get the different colored paints out onto the vase. I really like that light turquoise, and instead of just continuing with the dirty cup, I go ahead and put some more of the turquoise in the cup, along with the blue. And then I pick a side of the vase that I think needs that lighter color, and I do the tiny little squirrels and circles to try to get an interesting design on the vase. I'm turning the pan around so I can see all sides of the vase and adding different colors here just to get some interest in the pattern. I'm really quite pleased with how this design has come out. I really like the lighter turquoise and the very dark purple. I do use a stick at this point to try to add more horizontal type lines in the pattern. I apologize for the whistling noise in the background. That is my furnace that comes on and off throughout the video. I'm using the stick now to try to get some more horizontal lines and adding interest into the pattern. I'm very happy with the design. I'm not really happy that the vase is sitting down in a puddle of paint, but it is much too wet to remove from the pan at this point. I hope you enjoyed tonight's video and that you'll press like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.